Section 6, Part 1, Chapter 1, continued, of The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse by Vicente Blasco Ibáñez. This recording is in the public domain. "How exasperating!" sighed Marguerite. "They are going to find us out." A girl looked at her so searchingly that she thought she recognized in her an employee of a celebrated modiste. Besides, some of her personal friends who had met her in the crowded shops but an hour ago might be returning home by way of the garden. "Let us go," she said, rising hurriedly. "If they should spy us here together, just think what they might say! And just when they are becoming a little forgetful!" Desnoyers protested crossly. Go away! Paris had become a shrunken place for them nowadays, because Marguerite refused to go to a single place where there was a possibility of their being surprised. In another square, in a restaurant, wherever they might go, they would run the same risk of being recognized. She would only consider meeting in public places, and yet, at the same time, dreaded the curiosity of the people. If Marguerite would like to go to his studio of such sweet memories, to your home? No, no, indeed!" she replied emphatically. "I cannot forget the last time I was there." But Julio insisted, foreseeing a break in that firm negative. Where could they be more comfortable? Besides, weren't they going to marry as soon as possible? "I tell you, no!" she repeated. "Who knows but my husband may be watching me? What a complication for my divorce if he should surprise us in your house!" Now it was he who eulogized the husband, insisting that such watchfulness was incompatible with his character. The engineer had accepted the facts, considering them irreparable, and was now thinking only of reconstructing his life. "No, it is better for us to separate," she continued. "Tomorrow we shall see each other again. You will hunt a more favorable place. Think it over, and you will find a solution for it all." But he wished an immediate solution. They had abandoned their seats, going slowly toward the Rue des Mathurins. Julio was speaking with a trembling and persuasive eloquence. Tomorrow? No, now! They had only to call a taxicab. It would be only a matter of a few minutes, and then the isolation, the mystery, the return to a sweet past, to that intimacy in the studio where they had passed their happiest hours. They would believe that no time had elapsed since their first meetings. "No," she faltered with a weakening accent, seeking a last resistance. "Besides, your secretary might be there, that Spaniard who lives with you. How ashamed I would be to meet him again!" Julio laughed. Argensola? How could that comrade who knew all about their past be an obstacle? If they should happen to meet him in the house, he would be sure to leave immediately. More than once he had had to go out so as not to be in the way. His discretion was such that he had foreseen events. Probably he had already left, conjecturing that a near visit would be the most logical thing. His chum would simply go wandering through the streets in search of news. Marguerite was silent, as though yielding on seeing her pretexts exhausted. Desnoyers was silent, too, construing her stillness as assent. They had left the garden, and she was looking around uneasily, terrified to find herself in the open street beside her lover, and seeking a hiding place. Suddenly she saw before her the little red door of an automobile opened by the hand of her adorer. "Get in," ordered Julio, and she climbed in hastily, anxious to hide herself as soon as possible. The vehicle started at great speed. Marguerite immediately pulled down the shade of the window on her side, but before she had finished and could turn her head, she felt a hungry mouth kissing the nape of her neck. "No, not here," she said in a pleading tone. "Let us be sensible." And while he, rebellious at these exhortations, persisted in his advances, the voice of Marguerite again sounded above the noise of the rattling machinery of the automobile as it bounded over the pavement. "Do you really believe that there will be no war? Do you believe that we will be able to marry? Tell me again. I want you to encourage me. I need to hear it from your lips." End of Section 6. Recording by Tony Oliva, Albuquerque, New Mexico.